thought I told him to spray it with water to retain moisture before applying the film. You can't treat a glaze lily like a cactus. If Sanjay does this again, the loss will have to come out of his food expenses.
I'll go talk to him. At this rate, he won't even be able to afford eating cacti for much longer.
Hey, Tainari!
Oh, it's you two. It's been a while. What brings you to Port Ormos?
We didn't have anything to do, and this place looked pretty lively, so we decided to stop by. But, what's with all the flowers around here?
Well, Port Ormos is currently organizing a flower exhibition featuring flowers and plants from all over Teyvat, so I came to help out. The exhibition includes flowers from every corner of the world, each with their own unique properties and needs. With that in mind, the curator commissioned a flower pot from Ksharawar capable of retaining heat and moisture. Even so, an expert is still required to develop tailored transportation and care plans for each type of flower.
Oh, and that expert is you, right?
Not this time, no. I'm just here to help out. The expert in charge is someone else.
Mr. Tainari! Sanjay! He confused the poisonous bulbs with garlic shoots, and he ate them!
Never mind. Forget about what I said about the food expenses. Apologies, Traveler, Paimon. Looks like I've got something to take care of. I'll be back in just a moment.
Tainari's busy no matter where he is, huh? Yeah, seems like it. Hey, don't look at Paimon like that! Paimon is super careful about what she eats. Well, looks like Tainari might be busy for a while. Let's take a look around the port in the meantime. Wow, look at these flowers! They smell so...
Huh?
Paimon's... fine. She's just got a little...
Rainbow roses, glaze lilies, and Cecilia's? No wonder.
It's getting worse. Why? But, I was fine just a moment ago. She didn't even eat anything weird.
A moment of your time, you two? If it's not too much trouble, perhaps you could try this incense.
Incense? Oh, the scent is so nice! Wait! Whoa, that was fast! Paimon doesn't have to sneeze anymore!
Think nothing of it. From your attire, I imagine you two aren't from Sumeru either. Seeing as we're both travelers from abroad, it's only right that we help each other out should the occasion arise.
Oh, so you're here for the flower exhibition too?
I suppose that's accurate. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Emily, a perfumer from Fontaine.
Paimon is Paimon! Thank you so much for your help just now. Oh, and this is...
The Traveler, right? I've heard a lot about you from the Steambird. It's nice to finally put a face to the name.
What happened back there? Why did Paimon start sneezing all of a sudden?
Have you ever heard of hay fever? To put it simply, when inhaled, certain pollens can trigger abnormal physical reactions.
But Paimon has seen these kinds of flowers before and nothing weird happened then.
Well, we're all different. The factors that can trigger a reaction to certain stimuli vary by person. In isolation, the effects of certain pollens may seem minimal, but inhaling various types at once can trigger a more overt reaction. But there's no need to worry. Pollen allergies can be effectively mitigated with the use of medication.
Oh, well, that's good.
Traveler, Paimon, there you are. Is everything all right? I left in such a hurry, I forgot to warn you about all the pollen in the air. Emily? Ah, what a coincidence. Looks like my worry was misplaced then. The Traveler and Paimon are in good hands.
It was nothing, really. We happened to run into each other shortly after my arrival, and I offered them a bit of help, that's all. I'm more curious as to why you thought the Traveler and Paimon were in danger. Allergies are highly unpredictable. If you were concerned the pollen might trigger a reaction, that must mean something similar has happened in the past.
Remember the first time we met? You fainted after inhaling Spirit Borneal.
The Spirit Borneal didn't affect Paimon at all, and now she's the one suffering. It makes no sense.
It's not really something you can make sense out of, Paimon. There are all kinds of allergies out there, caused by a variety of different factors. Some people are even allergic to almonds. It's not something you can generalize.
Exactly. I even encountered a case in Fontaine where someone had an allergic reaction to soba noodles their family brought back from Inazuma.
Whoa. Good thing Paimon isn't allergic to anything delicious.
In a manner of speaking, although you could say the patients I deal with are rather unusual.
In addition to medicine, Emily is also very knowledgeable about botany. She's taught me a lot about the native flora around Fontaine.
And that's where my expertise ends, I'm afraid. When it comes to breadth of knowledge, Tighnari certainly comes out on top.
A flower expert? Oh, Paimon's got it! You must be the expert Tighnari mentioned, the one in charge of the exhibition!
Wrong again, I'm afraid.
Well, I did come for the exhibition, but only to inquire about the Auguste variety. I'm not involved in any official capacity.
Oh, Paimon was sure she got it right this time.
It's a kind of flower that was once popular in Fontaine. The perfume made from it also bears the same name, Auguste.
Auguste, huh? That's not a name you hear often nowadays.
In an ancient language, the word is said to mean sacred or noble. It's sometimes used as a name for people as well. Ah, that reminds me. Are you familiar with a historical event in Fontaine known as Perfume Mania? Perfume Mania was an event that occurred in Fontaine nearly 20 years ago. It all started when several merchants released their own lines of high-end, expensive perfumes, marketing them as must-have luxury products, the very symbol of elegance itself. No one anticipated the absolute frenzy this would create on the market, causing the price of perfumes to skyrocket. The demand was twofold. What some saw as a status symbol, most saw as a money-making opportunity. You could take advantage of the soaring price by hoarding them and reselling at even higher margins. The value of these products became so inflated, regular bottles of perfume were even going for hundreds of thousands of mora. This resulted in countless disputes and scams. But at the end of the day, perfume is just perfume. The market value greatly exceeded the intrinsic worth of the product, creating an economic bubble that was never going to last. Luckily, the Palais Mermonia recognized the danger and intervened before the craze could truly spread. Many profiteers and scammers were thrown in jail as a result. In the end, only a few wealthy families were affected when the bubble popped.
What does all this have to do with that Auguste you mentioned earlier?
Well, during the craze, the most popular perfume was none other than Auguste. The demand far exceeded the supply, to the point where it once sold for 10 million mora a bottle.
10 million? Then what about now?
After the mania ended, most perfumes returned to a normal price. Auguste was the only exception. Its namesake, the flower used to create it, went extinct. As a result, no new bottles of Auguste have been made, and the value of the perfume remains exceedingly high. Indeed, the Auguste flower was not a natural variety, you see. It was specially cultivated for use in perfume making. When the bubble popped, all the flower beds used for its cultivation were destroyed in a fire. The variety has never been seen since.
But didn't you say you came to the exhibition to look for it?
Ah, yes. I came to investigate a certain rumor that the Auguste flower has reappeared in Sumeru. It's causing quite the stir in the Fontaine perfume market.
Traveler, we should help Emily look for it.
I have to agree. Emily wrote me to ask if I could look into the rumor, but the forest rangers haven't received any reports of new plant species recently.
Even if I can locate the flower, I'm afraid you'll be disappointed, Paimon. I don't have any grand Mora-making endeavors planned. Divine, noble, one of a kind. All beautiful sentiments, to be sure, but to me, they overshadow the very essence of the product. When it comes to perfume, I want people to forget the price and the prestige and focus on the beauty of the fragrance itself.
Wow, so noble.
Of course, there's also a more practical reason. In recent years, low-grade counterfeit versions of Auguste have been popping up on the Fontaine perfume market. Every so often, someone will claim to have recreated the unique scent of Auguste, and the rumor mill will start comparing the counterfeits to my own work.
Okay, that's more like the reason Paimon had in mind.
Ever since that rumor started, 3 new perfumes claiming to be made from the Auguste flower have appeared on the market. If I can dispel the fanaticism surrounding Auguste, even just by proving the rumor to be false, Fontaine's perfume market can finally start to get back to normal. Then I'll be free from all the stories and added meaning and just focus on making what I like.
That makes sense.
Oh, I would of course be grateful for your help, but I wouldn't want to trouble you.
Well, you said it yourself. We're both travelers from abroad, so it's only right that we help each other out.
Ha! I suppose you're right. Then you have my thanks.
Based on the information I have so far, it's unclear if the rumor is true. Mr. Edgar also thinks it's too early to say. But you could always go talk to him. He was there all those years ago, after all. Maybe he'll know something.
Huh, I was just about to pay him a visit at the hotel.
Edgar? Who's that?
The person you've been trying to guess this whole time. The flower expert in charge of the exhibition. He's also the most respected and experienced perfumer in the area. Back when he was still working in Fontaine, Auguste was his creation.
I should also mention, he was my teacher, the one who taught me the basics of perfumery when I apprenticed in Sumeru.
So this guy was a famous perfumer in Fontaine, but then he came to Sumeru to teach people from Fontaine? It sounds confusing.
It's a long story. If you're interested, we can talk more about it when we see him. He should be staying near the hotel.
Oh, look at all the flowers!
Apparently, the exhibitor paid a large sum to rent out the hotel and surrounding buildings. They're being used as temporary storage facilities and lodging for exhibition personnel.
Yeah, what if guests come early? They won't have anywhere to stay. Also, renting out this big of a hotel, how are they gonna make that Mora back?
It's been so long, I almost didn't recognize you, Edgar.
Well, you and your brother haven't changed a bit.
Oh, yeah, look, all this catching up is nice and all, but let's get down to business. We need to talk about Kyria. Is he...
Hold on, we have guests.
It's nice to see you again, Master.
Emily? Is that you? Oh, it's been years. Look at you. You're all grown up. I've heard you've become quite the famous perfumer in Fontaine. It would seem the student has surpassed the master.
Oh, well, it's all thanks to your mentorship.
Ah, hardly. I taught you the basics. Hearing you call me master, well, I'm not sure I'm deserving of that title. I've taught many students here in Sumeru over the years, but I've yet to see one turn out quite as accomplished as you. You're the only one who can take credit for that success. And who are these two? I don't recall you mentioning them in your letter.
Ah, they're my new friends, the Traveler and Paimon.
Emily's friends. Well then, the pleasure is all mine.
And these two gentlemen? Are they friends of yours, Master?
Of course. We're perfume merchants from Fontaine. I'm Oud, and this here is my younger brother, Blaze. Edgar and the two of us are old friends. Isn't that right, gentlemen?
Yes.
Merchant brothers?
You must be here to look for the August flower, then.
Huh?
Well, what respectable perfume merchant hasn't heard of Auguste? Anyone in the business would be interested in the rumors.
I'm guessing you're here for the same reason, Emily. We were just about to get into it, so you three might as well join in. I commissioned a few eremites to do some scouting for me. They searched all over Sumeru, but there were no sightings of the Auguste flower. That being said, there are people in Port Ormos who claim to have smelled a unique fragrance on the streets. Definitely floral, but still distinct. Some of them were merchants who lived in Fontaine 20 years ago. According to them, the fragrance smelled exactly like the Auguste they remember from back then. A one-of-a-kind, divine, and noble scent.
Maybe someone around here just happens to have a bottle of August from back then.
No, I don't think so. I doubt that's the case. Even if someone had a bottle that was never opened, the fragrance of the perfume would have changed over time. Very few perfumes can go decades without a change in scent. Auguste is even more prone to that kind of shift. Only a few bottles still exist in Fontaine, and their scent would have completely degraded by now. Although, could there be a flower out there with a similar fragrance? Or in accord with the same base notes?
Impossible! If Auguste were that easy to replicate, it would never have sold for such a high price all those years ago. The Auguste flower is back. It has to be.
Technically speaking, the scent wouldn't be impossible to imitate.
Well, let's table that question for now. Edgar, did any of those people mention where the scent was coming from?
No. By the time they realized they had smelled something, the scent was already gone. If I hadn't asked about it, they probably wouldn't have given the experience a second thought. Compared to things we see and hear, smells can be much easier to overlook.
It almost sounds like someone wearing the Auguste fragrance passed them on the street.
Wait, are you saying...
Just thinking out loud. Don't pay me any mind.
We don't have much to go off of right now, but we can't rule out that possibility. I'll send some more people to investigate. You all traveled so far to be here. Why don't you rest in the hotel for a bit? Oud, Blaze, this is the key to your room.
Ooh, you've got the keys to the rooms? Do we get free lodging too?
My apologies. All the rooms in the hotel are accounted for, I'm afraid. Most are being used for storage ahead of the exhibition, you see. I managed to tidy up one of the rooms for these two at the last minute, but by the time Emily wrote to me, there was no more space left for her to stay.
Oh, and we just showed up out of the blue. Guess that means there's definitely no space for us.
I should have been more considerate. Here I am with an entire hotel at my disposal and no place to offer you to stay, even after you made the trip all the way to Sumeru.
Don't worry, Master. I can sleep on the boat tonight, or I could even camp in the wild. It would give me the opportunity to collect some plant specimens while I'm here in Sumeru. Even better. Although, would it be possible for me to leave some of my luggage here? It would be rather cumbersome to take it camping. It shouldn't take up too much space.
Well, about that.
Of course, no trouble at all. My brother and I will keep an eye on them for you, as long as you don't mind, mademoiselle.
All right then. Oud, why don't you take Emily inside and find a suitable place for her luggage? I'll prepare some refreshments and join you in a bit.
Bureau 用意したって言ってたけど、それでもたくさん花が残ってるな。窓の外から見えた感じ、あいつの部屋も花だらけだったぞ。今回の博覧会はものすごい規模なんだな。
いいえ、私たちは調香師であって庭師ではありません。普段から様々な植物の精油を相手にするので、嗅覚を鋭敏に保つため、日常生活を送る場所では香りを排除しています。
そうなのか。ってことは博覧会に必要なものが多すぎて本当にどうしようもないんだろうな。
そこはスイートルームみたいだな。隣が弟の部屋だ。ブラス、後で俺たちの荷物を運んでおいてくれ。ブラス。
わかったよ、兄貴。
それで、エミリエさん、あんたの荷物はどこだ？ブラスに一緒に運んでもらおう。
実はまだ港に置きっぱなしなんです。生活用品の他に、フォンテーヌから持ってきた琥珀酒が一箱あります。ブラスさん、一緒に運んでいただけますか？そうすれば皆さんに楽しんでいただけますし。
そりゃあいい。ブラスの好物といえば酒以外何もない。弟の代わりに礼を言おう。
そうなんですか？オドさん、ブラスさん、お二人は。
おい、何をしている？
今のは先生の声。
エドガー！
先
生！おい、大丈夫か？エドガー！
くそ、一体誰の仕業だ？
キリア・アグストス。
キリアだと？
おい、エドガー！エドガー！
待ってください。怪我人を激しく揺すってはいけません。先生のことは私に任せて。はい、よろしく頼みます。
兄貴、近くを。
そんな、あいつ、いや、なんでもない。
この辺りなんだか独特な香りがするぞ。その瓶から出てるんじゃないか？まさか。犯人は花壇に隠れてて突然飛び出してエドガーを襲ったんじゃないか？ それもそうだな。周囲を見て回ったけど、あの瓶以外手がかりは何もなかったな。
今は命を救うことが先決です。先生を中へ運ぶので、手伝ってくれますか？
エドガーは無事なのか？
応急処置は済ませました。口腔内と鼻腔内の残留物から判断するに、先生は無理やり何かの液体を飲まされたと思われます。ただ、今は意識がないので、安易に吐かせれば気道を塞ぐ恐れがあり、危険です。他の手を打つしかないでしょう。匂いは一致しますね。ですが同じ液体かどうか、どんな性質なのかは、化学検査をしてみないと判断できません。とはいえその前に、まずは事情を知っていそうな人に話を聞いてみましょう。シルバンさん、ルシアンさん。
おい、エミリエさん、俺たちを呼んだのか？聞いたことのない名前だったが。
そうですか？スメールに来る前に、特巡隊の友人に頼んで調べてもらったのですが、アウグストゥスの生みの親が誰なのかを、当時、表舞台に出ていた調香師のエドガー先生を除いて、アウグストゥスの背後には、あと3人の人物がいました。アウグストゥスの花を栽培したスメールの学者が1人と、アウグストゥスの宣伝活動を行った商人の兄弟が2人。その兄弟は、アウグストゥスの神話を利用して、大勢の陶器家を引き込み、その結果、アウグストゥスの価格をさらに押し上げました。しかし、最終的には粉飾決算、市場撹乱と、複数の罪に問われ、法廷により、メロピデ要塞へと送られています。ちょうど最近刑期を終えて出所したはずです。
そんな話、俺たちには関係ない。フォンテーヌで商売してる兄弟なんて5万といる。そいつらも全員、犯罪者だというつもりか。
お兄さんからブラスと呼ばれてもなかなか返事しないのに、私がルシアンと呼んだ時は、すぐに反応しましたよね。
それは。
エミリエさん、あんたはフォンテーヌの有名な調香師だ。今なら、その言いがかりも冗談ってことで済ましてやる。この先まだまだ長い。善人を中傷したなんて話が香水省の界隈で噂になっちゃ困るだろ。
香水省ですか。商売をまともに営んでいるのなら、琥珀酒が酒ではないことくらい知っていて当たり前のはずでは。
なんだと。
琥珀酒は数年前に私が調合した香水です。さほど有名ではありませんが、フォンテーヌの香水省なら名前を耳にしているでしょう。お二人がごく最近まで、香水とは無縁の場所にいたのなら話は別ですが、例えば、メロピデ要塞のような場所に。
エミリエ
シルバンさん、何もあなたを責めるつもりはありません。十数年前に何があったとしても、法廷での採決はすでに出ています。ですがエドガー先生の身に危険が迫った今、犯人に関する情報がもっと必要です。犯人がアウグストゥスを目的に先生を襲ったのだとしたら、お二人も安全とは言えません。ですから話してくださいませんか。キリアという人物のことを。
わかった。話そう。
兄貴？
ルシアン。こいつらがキリアを見つけ出せるなら、俺たちにとっても悪いことじゃない。それに今から話す内容は、すでに県立邸にも話したことだ。あんたの言う通りさ。もともと俺たちは4人組だった。俺たち兄弟とエドガー、それから、 花の栽培を担当するスメールの学者、ビジャーヤだ。ある時、マレショーセ・ファントムがうちに来て、罪名をつらつらと並べ立てて帳簿を調べると言い出してな。その後、俺たち兄弟とエドガーは判決を言い渡されて、海の底へと送られた。
なんか、その判決に納得いってないみたいな口ぶりだな。あれ？じゃあ、エドガーはどうやってスメールに来たんだ？
先生は当時重犯とみなされ、数年もせずにメロピデ要塞を出てこられました。フォンテーヌにとどまれば、過去のことに煩わされる。先生はそれが嫌で、スメールに単身移住したと聞いています。当時の先生は長いこと塞ぎ込んでいて、新しい香水の調合には手をつけませんでした。ただ、代わりに教え子の指導に専念し、その道の手ほどきをされるようになったんです。昔、私は両親の仕事の関係で、スメールに短期滞在していました。その時に先生と出会い、しばらくの間、教えを受けていたのです。この話はさておき、まずはその学者、ビジャーヤについてお話しいただけますか？
俺たち同様、ビジャーヤもあの時、マレショーセ・ファントムの調査を受けることになったんだ。だが彼女は、マレショーセ・ファントムが来る前に、自分の花畑に火を放ち、アウグストゥスの花と俺たちが稼いだ金を、焼き払って灰にした。
つまり、証拠を隠滅したってことか？そんなことしたら、そいつの罪が重くなるんじゃ。
いえ、それについては気にしていなかったのでしょう。なぜなら彼女は、自分自身もその日の海の中に葬り去ったのですから。
随分と詳しく調べたんだな。それでもまだ俺たちに聞く必要があるのか？
ええ。当時の書類にも、その名前は記載されていませんでした。ですがあなた方は、その人物と顔見知りのようですね。
キリアは、ビジャーヤの弟だ。当時、あいつはまだ10代の無鉄砲な青2歳だった。普段は姉の手伝いをするくらいで、俺たちが何をしてるかなんて知らなかったろう。ビジャーヤは普段からあいつにうろちょろしないよう言っていてな。だから、彼女に弟がいると知ってたのは、俺たち以外にいなかった。俺たちの事件の後、あいつは行方がわからなくなったんだ。ところが最近になって、アウグストゥスの花がまた現れたという情報がスメールから流れてきた。
それで、キリアさんがビジャーヤさんの元から何かを持ち出し、アウグストゥスの花を再び育て始めたのではと考えたわけですね。
ビジャーヤが生前何より大事にしてたのが弟だ。自分に何かあれば、金は全部弟にやると話してた。もし死ぬ前に何かを残してたとしたら、それはキリアンとこにあるに違いない。
しかも、あの瓶に残された液体を見るに、キリアはアウグストゥスの花を咲かせただけでなく、アウグストゥスの香水まで完成させやがった。
あれって本物のアウグストゥスだったのか。じゃあその香水って毒薬なのか？
アウグストゥスが毒薬なわけない。香水ってのはそもそも飲んじゃまずいだろ。それを一瓶飲まされたらどうなる？もしアウグストゥスが毒薬なら、当時販売すらできなかったろう。エドガーが意識を失ったのは、キリアが無理やり飲ませたからだ。はあ、おそらくだが、姉の死に俺たちが関係してると考えたんだろう。けど正直、俺だってビジャーヤがなんであんなことをしたのかわからねえんだ。俺たちがキリアを探してるのも悪意からじゃない。単純に、あいつがどうしてるのか知りたいだけだ。できれば今後も手を組んで、アウグストゥスを作りたいしな。 監獄に入れられたのは粉飾決算と市場か乱が理由だ。アウグストゥス自体には何の問題もねえ。悪巧みはせず、堅実に真面目に香水を売ってれば、あいつの姉貴に対する償いにもなるだろう。
だから当時取り調べを受けた時に、キリアさんの名前を出さなかったのですか？
ああ、その通りだ。俺たちだって少年は悪人じゃないからな。
俺たちが知ってるのはこれだけだ。アウグストゥスの成分や誤飲した場合の対処については、エドガーか、もしくはキリアに聞くしかない。
少なくともこれで、先生の飲まされたものがアウグストゥスだとはっきりしました。この後の科学検査で対処方法が見えてくるでしょう。ひとまず収穫はありましたね。
そうか、ならよかった。ルシアン、とりあえず部屋に戻って休もう。この状況じゃ考え直すしか。
そうだな。
あなたもそう思いますか？確かに彼らはまだ何かを隠していそうですね。残念ながら現状ではもう証拠がありませんが、シルバンさんの口ぶりからしてあのまま問い詰めたところで嘘を並べ立てられるだけだったでしょう。
っていうか、あんなわずかな不審点からあいつらの素性を暴くなんて、エミリエって頭がいいんだな。そうだぞ。お前、医者としては半人前で、診察対象はちょっと特殊だって。
ええ。私が接する患者は、大多数が死者なのです。
つまり、法医学者ってやつか？
いいえ。厳密には、特殊清掃人と呼ばれる職業です。法医学者とマレショーゼ・ファントムが証拠を収集した後に、患者がこの世に残した最後の痕跡を取り除くのが、私の仕事となります。配合に少し手を加えるだけで、鎮気剤は香水にも洗剤にもなる。事件の真相は誰かの手で明らかにする必要があり、事件現場もまた、匂い、血痕、汚物といったものを誰かの手できれいにする必要があります。そのおかげと言いましょうか。これまで数多くの死を目の当たりにし、それにまつわる知識を身につけました。ですが、今回はまだ間に合います。旅人さん、すみませんが、ティナリさんとオルモス港の治安官に状況を説明してきてもらえますか？先生は私が介抱します。アウグストゥスのサンプルもすでに手に入りましたし。デック！ジング！
そんなに慌ててどうかした？何かあったの？
なんだって？エドガーさんが襲われた？あの人はこの辺りでみんなから。
シャムさん、怪しい人物がバザールに逃げてきたという報告はあった？
今のところは何も。だがすぐに人を集めよう。そいつを逃がすわけにはいかない。
ティナリはこれからどうするつもりだ？
そうだね。現場の証拠集めと容疑者の確保はシャムさんに任せよう。
でもエミリエは自分のこと厳密には医者じゃないって言ってたぞ。
それは謙遜だよ。確かに正規の医者でも法医学者でもないけど、人体と薬理に対する理解は正論派の学者たちよりもずっと深い。ましてや今回は香水に関わる症例だからね。彼女の方が適任だ。 僕は、そうだな。これから教令院に戻って。
そうだった。ビジャーヤはスメール出身の学者なんだよな。テナリは名前を聞いたことあるか？
エミリエの手紙で見たことがあるだけだね。教令院を卒業した学者は山ほどいて、卒業後、本来の学派とは関係のない仕事に就いてる人も大勢いる。これまで詳しく調べられてなかったけど、ビジャーヤの過去と今回の事件はつながりが深そうだ。スメールシティで友人に頼んで一緒に調べてみるよ。早ければ明日にでも連絡するから。オルモス校のことはひとまず君とエミリエに任せた。